And welcome to Ducks No Sports. This week we're previewing Week 5 of the CFL. Yeah, it's already Week 5. This season's by going fast. It's been pretty entertaining so far. And we got a few good matches this week, so Week 5 should be pretty good. Our first game of the week, it's the Edmonton Eskimos taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who will finally play a home game. And boy, do they need it. But we'll start with Edmonton here. Man, how good has Edmonton looked this whole year, except for that one, except week 2 when they did that slip up and only got the 1 point against the Rough Riders. Besides that, this defense, man, they are a really good defense. I mean, I think they've only let like 56 points this year, which is amazing. And they clearly are, a defense that just swarms to the ball. This defense gets after you hard. And clearly the best defense in the league. I would say by far the best D in the league. And with an offense that is now starting to move the ball with Charles and Giles playing well, I just think that I think Edmonton Eskimos are just, and with the BC Lions up them, the Edmonton Eskimos look like maybe the best team in the West right now, which every week seems to be a different team, but the Edmonton Eskimos looking really well. And I think with that defense, they're going to pack a defense when they go on the road. And I think they're playing the Winnipeg Blue Bomber team, let's be honest, needs this win, the first home game of the year. It's Week 5, which is kind of stupid, but that being said, the Blue Bombers need this win. I mean, Alex Sprink last week, I don't think played as horribly as it looked on the stat sheet, because there was a lot of drops in that game. And I think if the Winnipeg Blue Bombers can clean up those drops, I think they might have a chance to actually get back in gear right here and maybe take a run at the East, but things are slipping fast and they really need to win this game. And I just think if Alex Sprink plays well at home, I really think Winnipeg can get on a roll. But I don't think that's going to happen because I think Edmonton's going to pack that awesome D they have. I think the Edmonton Eskimos go into Winnipeg and punch the Bombers in the mouth and win this game by 2 scores. Our next game, this is the game I'm most interested to see this week. The Toronto Argonauts traveling to Montreal to take on the Alouettes. The Argonauts, last week it wasn't pretty, but they made plays when they had to make plays, and at the end of the day, that's all you really need to do. Ricky Ray looked, let's say, average for most of the game until late in the fourth. We had to take that touchdown drive. Their offense looked ugly last week, let's be honest. I mean, a lot of 2-and-outs. But like I just said, man, when they had to make plays, they made the plays. Yes, it was against the Blue Bombers, but Toronto Argonauts, is a team I'm really starting to fall in love with. A team that just sticks to their game plan, runs the ball with Boyd, knows what they're doing, knows their strength and their weaknesses, and a defense. It's probably the best defense in the East. I would say in the league, but in the East, very good defense. Chris Jones coaching defense, and a very well played defense that just swarms to the ball, just like Evan, just swarms to the ball. Doesn't let you get any big plays. Really good. And they're playing a team, Montreal Alouettes, who for the first time in years, I think you can start to see their age. I mean, last week against the Cats, they got their butts whooped. And Calvillo, still a great quarterback, no doubt, a Hall of Famer, but he's not getting younger. Jamal Richardson not getting younger. They have London there, a really good young receiver, and this defense, this defense used to be a fear defense. Now, they just get their butts whipped every week, it seems like. And I just think this is a change of the guard this year. I don't think the Alouettes are that good of a team anymore. And I think the Toronto Argonauts go into Montreal and punch them in the mouth and beat the Montreal Alouettes. Upset special. Toronto Argonauts over the Montreal Alouettes. Next game, the Hamilton Tiger Cats traveling to Saskatchewan, where Week 1 Saskatchewan traveled to Hamilton. Hamilton did not play that well and got their butts whooped. Maybe a little payback on their mind. Start with the Ticats. I mean, Ticats might be the most exciting team to watch in the league right now. I mean, with Henry Burris stroking it down the field. Walker in the backfield, a real exciting player to watch. The receiving core with Fantus and and the rest. I mean, a very, very good receiving core. This team seems like they're going to put up 40 points just coming off the bus. It seems like, and just the best offense. I think personally the best offense in the league, and just exciting team to watch. Their defense kind of, they're not a great defense, but they just get the job done. They do enough with a high flying offense. Their defense just gets the job done, and I just believe though this team is really, really good, and I would say they're the best team in the East. I mean, pound for pound, best team in the East, but they've had lock sets at home. Now they're going on the road playing a team in the West, who this year they're like 0-2 against. I think it's a really big game for Hamilton, because I think if they can go into Saskatchewan, a team who was undefeated up till last week, really, really good team. And I think they can really leave a statement. If they can win this game, it's a real statement win for the Ticats, saying how they're not the jokes anymore and how they are a real team. And they're playing a team in Saskatchewan, who finally came down to earth last week, blowing a 17-point lead in the fourth and losing that game. And I don't think the sky is falling, per se, in Saskatchewan, but that's a huge loss right there. You could have gone. You could be 4-0 right now. Things are looking up, first in the West, but you blow that lead, and now suddenly, and let's be honest, they didn't play that well all game. Durant wasn't really playing well, and that's my fear. When teams start to in an 8-team league, you can't really hide, and when teams start to figure you out, you're gonna get in trouble. And I think maybe it was only one game, but maybe teams are starting to figure out the Rough Riders right here. Maybe they're starting to see Durant, figure out figure out Sheets, figure all these guys out. And that's my fear right here for Saskatchewan. Not necessarily the sky is falling, because it's been a great year so far, but an 8-team league is, like they say, you can't hide. And I just believe that the Hamilton Ticats are just rocking and roll right now. This isn't the same team they see in week 1. I think Fant 2's returning back to the Rough Riders with all that success through the years. He's going to have a huge game. And I believe the Hamilton Ticats win this game by 2 scores, and the Ticats go on to win this game. And our last game of the week should be a pretty good one as well. The BC Lions traveling to take on the Calgary Stampeders. BC, what can I say about BC, man? BC is a great, great team. In my opinion, still is, even though the 2-2 record is the best team in the league. But, this isn't 2011 anymore in BC. Wake up. Honestly, just wake up. The last 3 weeks, you've not looked well. Let's be honest. The last 2 weeks, you've lost. And the week before, you came that close to losing to the Ticats. I mean, it's time for the Lions, Everybody gets up to play the champs, and I don't know if they know this, but they are the champs, and everybody's going to bring your best game. And is BC ready to defend their title? Looked early on they were, but now, I don't know. I think BC still is the best team in the league, the most talented in the league, but they got to wake up, smell the coffee, and go to work, because the BC Lions are a great, great team, but this thing can get away from you fast. And if they don't start waking up and playing up to the competition, they're going to be for a long, long year. But I'm not worried about it, because I think this week they put up a big, big performance against the Stampeders. And I think the Stampeders, the roll right now, Kevin Glenn looked great last week. We're used to the Kevin Glenn that throws picks and not touchdowns. Also, we've got the Kevin Glenn that throws touchdowns and no picks. But that being said, I know Calgary played well last week against a very young Saskatchewan team, but I just think you're going to see a BC team this week that's going to come up with a fire in their eyes, and I just believe the BC Lions are just a pissed off group right now, and I just believe that the BC Lions just leave a beat down on the Stampeders. Hey, Stampeders, Glenn's playing well, but he's got to keep playing that way, and I just think over time he just can't play that well. And I think Travis Lulay comes out, puts up a big performance. I think this whole team plays like there's something on the line here. I believe the BC Lions beat down the Calgary Stampeders. All right, to recap, I like the Eskimos. I like the Argos. I like the Ticats. I like the BC Lions. That's right, I like all 4 road teams this week. So it should be interesting. My picks are now up to 11-4. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Or something like that, 11-4, 11-5, something like that. Not great, but not bad. But we'll see. We'll see, because the CFL, it's so unpredictable. You don't really know. Well, till next week. I'm Eric Ducks for saying I'm Ducks, and I know sports, kind of.